And hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Hello, how are we all?
Oh, look at this, Sophie. You're not pixelated now. You've come back to normal.
I know. But there we go. I probably will be pixelated at some point as we go through that. But it's really good to see you, and it's really good to see everybody else out there as well. Come join in the fun, as they say, or as we say. Do we say that?
Should we just make up our own words, shall we? I think it's a lot easier to make our own language.
I think so.
Yes, it's nice to be in the studio. As everyone knows, for a week I couldn't come up to the top of the house apart from work with a jacket on. But I have heating, which means my beer is now warm, which is really annoying. But there we go. Let's say hello to a few people. Charlie says, "Blimey, I'm here for once." I'm here for once. Haha. Evening. Well, you are here sometimes, Charlie. What you mean to say is you're here on time for once. See, there we go. Minus Sophie's language. We're just filling in the gaps for everyone tonight.
I know. Hey, Charlie. Lovely to see you. Hey, Darren. Lovely to see you.
He says hello. Rachel Redmond says hi. Hello, Rachel. We'll be chatting to you very soon. Rob's there. Hey, Rob. Hey, all. He says.
Hey, Rob.
So, yes. So, how has your week been? I do know from social media that you did not do very well with an exercise on the stairs today. What was that exercise?
I know the wonderful exercise of doing my my food shopping. You know, essential food shopping.
Yes.
Because my fridge was literally completely barren. Not as in the Barren Nights, but it was just completely.
Oh, I love them.
It was just empty. So yeah, I went food shopping, and I bought. Hey Martin, I bought lots of food and lots of drink and what have you. And I thought for an experiment, and then I decided not to be brave enough. I bought a couple of bottles of rosé. I've got a Malbec rosé. And something else rosé, I can't remember. Basically, everything was really heavy, and I was trying to bring it all up in one go. So I had 4 big bags of shopping. I live on the top floor, and I've got to walk up loads of steps. There's no lift, and by the time I took everything upstairs, I had to sit down for 10 minutes to have a rest because I was just so exhausted. Hey, Menno. So that was my excitement for today. Go shopping, go visit the infested. Grab my food, and then kind of come back, and then eventually start to kind of sort out the studio in here. And as you've noticed, I apparently have the sneezes, so there will be lots of impromptu sneezing taking place. It's got nothing to do with anything. I think it's just the perfume or hairspray or something or other decides to.
I've got the burp, so between us, we're going to do like some sort of new musical experiment.
We're going to be an absolute right pair today, aren't we? But
so that's why I've muted just now to burp loudly. But so hello, Darren says HMRC wasn't then Royal Mail, wasn't them again. Spam Specsavers, second time round was them. Ooh. So you got spammed. I think that's what Darren's trying to say there. We're all struggling with the English language. Do Specsavers do that? Do they spam people on the phone then? Or?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Mano's waved from the floor downstairs. I don't know why, because you could just be. I remember the days when we used to do this. You used to sit in the hallway, listening in and tuning in and stuff. But now he can.
But he can see me now. Whereas if he's up there watching in the hallway, all he can do is watch you. I mean, I know that I know he's got eyes for you, but I am a prettier sight, to be fair.
Yes, but I haven't. Well, I have actually straightened my beard tonight, and I straightened my hair a little bit.
I didn't think you did anything straight.
I have my moments on a Saturday. But no, I needed to, because obviously we still can't go to the barbers or hairdressers for a little while. So obviously I'm trimming and shaving and doing it myself. But obviously the top is almost getting to ponytail length. So will I have a top bun? Only time will tell. Oh, my mother is in, or my gay mother, Kevin Grogan. Hello, Kevin. What country are you in at the moment, Kevin? So my days of Richmond. This is pre-Martin and Bradley and Wilma. So it was me, Kevin, Tony, and a few others. We used to rule the roost, but obviously they're all older than me, obviously. Brendan says hello, good evening.
Hi, Brendan.
And Darren's filled us in. Scam, as in filling your details, wasn't them.
Okay. Well, yeah. Please be careful with scammers.
Charlie says offer tuck buns are available. And Mano says he can now be trusted to press the buttons all by himself. Do you know what? I do. I can press buttons. And if you don't be careful, I will press more buttons in a little minute.
Well, he might like that.
Sure. Yeah, so while you've been exercising, I've been doing university lectures all day. So what was quite nice is where I said to Mano, was you listening in to what was being taught? And he did say he didn't quite understand it. And I was like, for the first time in my life, I felt clever because I understood what they were talking about. Because it was a lecture for the bit that I've been doing already for the last 2 months. So it was like, because basically what's happened is my tutor has suddenly disappeared during this. It's been very quiet. So we've all been, as you meant to at uni, learn yourself, study yourself and things. All about parliamentary intent and statutory rules and stuff like that. So it's very, very exciting. I won't put Kevin's comment on the things as a swear word in, but he says, no top knot. Oh, but no, it's a Reading thing, or it's an Essex thing, but Reading is Essex.
I'm with Kevin. I don't think top knots are appropriate. Other hairstyles are available.
I remember going to the F.O.D review once, darling, and we didn't go. It wasn't. I think it was pre-lockdown, and remember there was a lot of Essex boys in there. So they had top knots, shiny white teeth, beards, and shoes with no socks on. And I thought maybe that's where I'm heading. I don't know.
Oh, I hope not. I really hope not.
I can get on a certain TV show over there.
Yes.
There we go. Kevin's in Tour, whatever it is stands for. It's in Spain. People have been rounded up to remove top knots. Oh, okay. Other lockdowns are available.
Nobody expects the Spanish incision.
Oh no, go back to Monty Python. See, I knew that. Unusual. Brendan says, top knot, Mr. Chav 2021. I need a sash. Obviously, it will be in something like Adidas or something like that.
Yes. I would imagine so. I would imagine so. But you've got I know that from what you were saying yesterday, you've got your heating back, so that's really nice. It's good to see you back in the actual studio with the green room. So that we didn't have to put you in a separate.
Yes, and I had my revenge all planned, but I couldn't find a little desktop thing to put on the corner, just for a joke. And all I could find was a jam jar with a picture you could replace the bit on the jam jar. And I thought, how can I explain a jam jar on the side in a studio? Because I thought
that was being quite clever. So it still looked like, because we have this illusion that it's this one big room that we're both in. So I was just trying to keep with the illusion. So those that kind of missed the show last week, why you should have been watching it. It was a really good show. It's available on Catch Up.
It was a marathon.
It was, yes, no. It wasn't a marathon. I thought I kept the.
It was shorter than normal, actually.
Well, there we go. I'm trying to be a bit more kind of restrictive on the game, but obviously because you weren't able to have the green screen, I thought we'd try and create a nice kind of room.
I thought it was quite nice doing it on the sofa. To be fair,
it was quite nice, yeah. But then
cozy.
I know that's where. I think the first couple of shows and what have you, I was on my sofa, and then it was kind of like, no, let's get the green screen. But no, so I guess the other news is I've also had my COVID injection. I had that on Thursday, so I'm all AstraZeneca up. So I'm looking forward to the AstraZeneca superpowers, and
we're jab buddies. If you're have you got a mark where yours went in? Because I've been looking, like just showing off my tattoos, but I can't find where they stuck it.
No, there's nothing there.
I have to look on the camera to spot. It's very nice. It's not in sidges. No.
Yeah, so no, they gave me an injection and then told me to go off on my merry way, and thankfully, I've no side effects at all. So that's. I had
big side effects, but then I was fine. So I did the show with you on the Saturday, and it was just a sore arm at that point. But I think I did say, I'm not going to come to the party. I don't feel quite right. But then I've never been well for a while now. Probably long COVID. And at 4:00 on the Sunday morning, I woke up, got up in bed, and I had no idea who I was, literally. And it wasn't like a scary thing. It was just that seemed normal. That, oh, okay, who am I? Got no memories, nothing. And then, for some obscure reason, I was looking around the room and going, oh, okay, yes, I'm Queen Elizabeth II.
Well, of course you are. Yes, yes.
And it just seemed so logical. That's why I was there. Because I had to be up early to go on Lorraine Kelly in the morning to talk about seeing the future in cereals. And they wanted me to demonstrate the Weetabix.
Is that, I was going to say, is that like an episodal kind of form of looking at the...
Looking back, I'm thinking it just seemed so normal. It really did. And then I thought, well, I better go to sleep then, because she likes people to be up early. So bizarre. And then the moment I had my head hit the pillow, my memories were there, everything. It was just Jamie. And I was like, it was a bit odd. And then the next day, Rachel was just coming into the green room, so I was putting them as that. But the next day, well, I think you all know, I just couldn't function at all. I just felt so rough. So you're very lucky that you've not had any side effects whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I'm quite fortunate. I think it was the same when I had the flu jab at the start of the year. Lots of people were telling me about how kind of bad that they were in terms of reaction. And then even when I put on Facebook that I had been jabbed, there was a few people that had mentioned that they'd had some little reactions to it. But thankfully, touch for micro, it's been fine. I think if I had it on Thursday and I haven't had anything by now, then it should be absolutely fine. So,
although, but you have got the sneezes.
I've got the sneezes, but which is just completely unrelated to that at all. And you've got the cough.
I thought I've had the cough for a year, to be fair. I think what they're saying is the AstraZeneca, the Oxford jab. You're getting the side effects on the first jab, but not on the Pfizer's. But you're getting the side effects with Pfizer's on the second jab, is what people are saying. I can't see how or why, and obviously I have to go and listen in on Wednesday mornings to these lectures about COVID at work because of my job. And there was this, people were gossiping, because it's not official at that point, but people were talking about it, so it's probably not unheard of. Excuse me, I'm coughing. Come on, sneeze. Do it in time.
Yeah, sorry. I can't sneeze on demand. Sorry.
When I was developing as a medium, they used to do this little trick. So when you have a sneeze, you've got to hold it and not let the sneeze happen. And I can't remember how, but it does something to help your psychic abilities because it's showing control. Apparently.
Well, there we go. I can control my can of beer. That's as much as
I've got my warm beer. I didn't go and get Prosecco today, so I'm a little disappointed. But other alcoholic beverages are available. Should we bring Rachel into the room, shall we? Let's bring her in. Let me just press a button and see if it works. Here we go. Oh, no, I've got to assign her. Hang on.
Guest 3, did you say? I can't.
Yes. Well done for remembering, because I was like, oh my God. It's all the buttons. I get very dizzy. Here we go. Rachel should be in the room now.
Hello.
Right in the
She's in the air.
Right, squeeze in the middle. Let's all kind of shuffle up and what have you. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm glad it's not in a real room with you guys with all your colds and sniffles and things.
Oh, goodness me. No,
we like to share.
No, we're completely fine. Have you had a good day yourself?
Yeah, not bad. Just had a Hey Dougie disco in the living room. So
nice.
Hey, what disco?
Yeah. Hey Dougie, I have a 3-year-old, so we were throwing some shapes. I've got a little light, and my son loves Hey Dougie.
It's a different world.
Oh, there we go. Is that the whole kind of big fish, little fish, cardboard box kind of stuff?
Yeah, we threw a bit of that in there, and the cat was going mental because the little lights. He was trying to chase them all. So, yeah, never a dull moment.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, you've got something very, very exciting to kind of share with everybody, haven't you? For those obviously that have been paying attention on the social medias, you're obviously going to be clued up. So, what's your exciting news that you want to share with us, Rachel?
Well, yeah, I'm really excited, Sophie, and thanks for all your support the last few days. But it's the Lady Loft Show.
The Lady Loft Show. That's a fantastic name. And where is that going to be airing?
So on Radio F.O.D.
Oh, there we go. Well done.
Radio
It's not, it wasn't a test. It's Radio F.O.D. as opposed to saying it all as all one word, because we always get. We have a disciplinary whenever we say
No,
that.
I'm just very particular about branding, that's all.
No, so Radio FOD, a wonderful new radio show, because obviously we've already got a show on Thursday with Gary, we've got Friday with the F.O.D Uncles, and then Saturday as the warm-up to here, we've got the F.O.D Uncles again. And so which day is your show going to be on?
So I'm on a Tuesday. So see you on Tuesday. Careful how
Tuesday evening. From when?
8 o'clock till 10 o'clock.
From 8 o'clock to yeah. Oh, that's absolutely amazing. And what's the main kind of focal point of your show? What is it that you're hoping to bring to all of our wonderful listeners?
Bring to your ears. Well, it's going to be an LGBTQ plus, obviously, show for musicians and their allies and supporters. Because I was just thinking about it, and my friend Dan's definitely been to more Pride events than me.
Yes,
he's not of the community, but yeah, he's definitely been to loads. So yeah, it's good to support the people who really support our community as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I've got an amazing lineup of musicians. It's really blown my mind how many people have sent me MP3s. So I've got your amazing self, Sophie of Colours and Fires.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Also got some award-winning musicians like Scarlet Fever, who sent me some MP3s, and she's had Billboard success, millions of listeners and things. Also got an Irish band because it's St Paddy's Day on Wednesday, so I was really pleased with that.
Fantastic. Oh, that's really, really good.
They're called The Hunter, and they've been in a few films as well. A film called Ebb and Flow. Have you heard of it?
I know, obviously, I know the term ebb and flow, but I don't think maybe I don't know. Yeah.
I've known it from a club, but I don't think you two would have been there. But the naughty club. But yes.
Okay, yeah, wouldn't have been there. And then, yeah, also Wolf Notes, Rob Tom, Vicky Sayers, Tomorrow Birds. I've probably forgotten loads, but there's so many local musicians and also musicians from further afar that have sent me tracks in. So I'm really excited.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic. Yeah, that's really good. Something really for everyone to look forward to. So that's kind of celebrating all the local LGBTQ plus artists, and kind of a little bit further afield as well. You know, trying to really put the LGBTQ music and our kind of supportive allies on the map, on the because the you know, with Reading, just kind of focusing on Reading as a kind of like immediate kind of regional kind of area. Before COVID, it was quite a lively little kind of music scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to interview a Reading artist as well, Ella Chambers. So.
Oh wow! Oh, yeah, that should be really good.
Good rock kind of thing going on. So.
Oh, that's amazing! So they're really, really looking forward to that. So that's on Tuesday.
Tuesday, 8 till 10.
8 till 10, and it's from the Ladies Loft show. So, tell us a little bit about the name, the Lady Loft. It's such a lovely little cute name for it.
Well, I'm in my Lady Loft now, and you can't really see much of it, but I'm here. But in lockdown, I started doing some live streams from my Lady Loft because I play guitar and sing. So yeah, I was just playing covers, trying to keep up the music, because obviously lockdown throws you into a bit of a frenzy, and not being able to perform in public meant that I had to be a bit more imaginative. And
yeah, and the videos and things. I mean, because the videos and music that you're producing, I mean, because you're quite a well-established kind of local artist as well, and it's an absolute kind of thrill and honour to have you as part of our kind of broader team, putting on the kind of entertainment and what have you. And whilst obviously at the moment it's kind of like from a lockdown kind of perspective that, you know, we're hoping that there's longevity in the all the shows and things that we're doing. So it was just absolutely brilliant. So thank you so very much.
It's completely my honour to be involved. I'm really honoured to be asked, and yeah, happy to be here.
Oh, that's cool. Because you also very kindly kind of gave some videos for our Digital Together for Reading Pride that I was involved in helping. So there's lots of few kind of like tracks from your lady loft, as you said, your studio up in your loft. So that was really cool, really cool to see. So that's absolutely brilliant. Really looking forward to it. Now, for those people that are listening and maybe there's kind of like they have some music or something themselves, maybe if you want to have a kind of quick shout out to them and tell them the kind of things that you're interested in, maybe showcasing on your show, and how do people get in touch with you?
Cool. Yeah. So I've mentioned a few of the artists previously, but if you do want to get in touch with me and send me some tracks, I'd love to hear your music, and you can get in touch with me on Rachel, spelt the right way with an EL, redmondmusic@gmail.com. And yeah, I've also got a Facebook page, I had to think then, sorry, which is the Lady Loft Show Facebook page, so you can also contact me on there. I've got a few little games going on there at the moment, so you can add to them as well if you'd like. So it's the Lady Loft Show.
I saw one of the games yesterday, and I thought it was really good. And I was trying to kind of rack my brains on some of the things to do. You can also, as well, you can message in to the Radio F.O.D page, and we'll make sure that there's kind of links between the different pages, or even kind of Club F.O.D. Radio F.O.D page. Sorry, Jamie. And
so many pages.
I know there's so many pages, and also if you want to listen to the radio, then obviously we can go on online. There's the app on the iPhone and the Android. We even got it onto Alexa, and I believe you've also, Jamie, onto Sonos as well. Though I don't have.
Yes, because I don't have a life, so I sit there and make all these apps and stuff. So yes, but you need to contact us, and we'll show you how to add it to your Sonos system, because it's not as straightforward as it seems. But that's how I listen. Well, I say listen. We all know how deaf I am, but that's how we do it. But the Alexa app works amazingly if you do want to use that, and then you can do that on your Sonos as well nowadays. So.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's amazing. Thank you so much for dropping in, Rachel. It's absolutely amazing.
Thank you, and have a lovely show. I'll be watching in my lady.
Oh, brilliant.
We'll be best behaved then.
Yeah.
All right, well, you look after yourself. Looking forward to your show on Tuesday. So don't forget, everybody, the Lady Loft Show on Radio F.O.D on Tuesday at 8 p.m. for all your local LGBTQ plus music. Amazing. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you so much, guys.
See you later. Bye-bye. All right, let's get into the other screen. Oh, it worked. Usually we have a few issues when we go from one screen to another. So do you know what? It's not a surprise, but do you know how you did a musical interlude, one of the other shows, and it's amazing that you used the word digital together, because do you know what? I was thinking, what can I fill in this week? So I edited a song that was used for Reading Prize, Digital Together, as me in drag. Here's Supernova. It gives me and Sophie time to go and change our beers and have a cigarette. And here's a quick song about COVID from Supernova. Here we go. An old man turned 99. He raised millions for the country, while the rest of us whined. Holidays cancelled as we isolate. But now that we can travel, You gotta stay home for 14 days. And isn't that ironic? Don't you think? It's a viral strain. At your wedding day, you found the perfect guy. But it's 5 meters away. It's been good advice that some didn't take. And who would have thought these figures? The muscle Mary, they forgot to diet. And even though we should stay home, we needed to go riot. And the little man, he took another essential drive. And as he looked around the town, he thought, well, at least I'll check my eyes. And isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's a viral strain. On your wedding day, you found the perfect guy. But he's 5 minutes away. There's been good advice that some didn't take. And who would have thought this figure? Life is a funny way. Well, you expect me to have a line that rhymes all up? I don't repeat it for a fact. Life is a funny way. Something about knocked in the face. A clap for the nurses for denying their rights. Who are going on with Brexit, even though it's held by Russian spies. Farting so loudly, cause you need to hide a car. Finding the man of my dreams as he takes his face mask off. I'm glad it wasn't Boris, don't you think? Because that would be really iconic. That would be the media, the press, causing a huge big stink. It's a viral strain. On your wedding day, you found the perfect guy. But he's 5 minutes away. There's been good advice that some didn't take. And who would have thought these figures? Life has a funny, funny, funny way. Life has a funny, funny, funny way. Sadly, you don't have a very, very funny, funny, funny way. Because that will be ironic. So there we go, that was a little ditty I put together. Oh, there we go. Me entertaining myself there, years old. I thought we'd get mileage out of it, to be perfectly honest. It was also filling because I had to get the F.O.D uncles into the green room at the same time.
No, that was really good. Amazing.
Yes. Yeah, your drag queens aren't meant to be singers at the end of the day. And don't think Supernova will be back this year while this is... I want to be like a mystic. Oriental guy or something, like a guide for spiritualism if the beard gets long enough. So that's my plan, you know.
Nice. That's a nice purple. That's a nice purple line on the screen.
Yes, it's
I'm not quite sure. It's very pretty. There we go. But yes,
there we go. Let me turn it off. I like purple lines. It's just one of those things. Did you see the news today? I'm going to be hosting World Fetish Vision again.
No, fantastic. That's really, really good. That's kind of like the Eurovision for the world of fetish.
Eurovision. So last year, the Fetish Committee, which, you know, was Miss Celebrity UK 2017, haven't mentioned that in a little while. The community, like any community, I suppose, within the, because we've got sub-communities in the LGBT community, decided that there was no Eurovision, so we do our own. And I was asked, well, Supernova was asked that year last year to host it. And although it was chaos, live television, as we know, Sophie, doesn't always go to plan. For example, counting going wrong and all sorts of results from countries. I was absolutely, I can't say the W word that I would normally use. I was trousered on loads of Prosecco.
Trolleyed. You were absolutely trolleyed.
I'm Kent, we say trousered. And that was the thing, you know, I loved all the comments about that. So that was nice. So I've been asked to do it again, but I have said I won't do it in drag this year because of this.
But you didn't do it. It's a shame because maybe next time when you're sorting out the little bit snippets of video, maybe you can show everybody the intro video that you did with your other character. I guess that would be Serpanova,
Yes.
which is equally brilliant. So I'd love for everyone to catch a glimpse of that little bit.
This
of
is the
the
Pride
intro.
one, isn't it? Not the
Yes,
Eurovision one.
the Pride one.
Eurovision one didn't have an accent, and we can never recreate that accent ever again. I just added the F.O.D uncles into the green room, and they've disappeared, and they're just joining again to make sure they're assigned to the right thing. Maybe I accidentally cut them off.
Guess two.
Yeah, they come in automatically because they're old hands at this. So let's go and bring the F.O.D uncles into the chat. I can see a hand over the camera. Talk to the hand. I think that's what they're saying there. So let's bring the F.O.D uncles into the room. Here we go. Maybe not.
That's guess three. Come in, number three. Your time is up.
There we go.
There we are. Hello. How are we?
Martin looks very different in the red hair.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to squash up on this one in a minute.
Yeah. Let's move that out the way.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! It's all live. So I'm just going to put applause from Darren on the screen, and Helen says that was awesome. Thank you, Helen. Now we've lost, and we got a nose. It's like watching CCTV. You know when they want to put something on the news, they've spotted this murderer, and it's CCTV. It's all blurry and pixelated. This is what we got. Hello, boys.
How are we doing? For a second there, we were looking like a focal fish from Crime Watch 1980 or something.
Yes. Do you know what? I was a burglar in Crime Watch. I had to do something for Thames Valley Police. There was something happening in Windsor, and I had to act and be a. You know these burglars that get keys off your table by putting something through the letterbox. There's a proper name for it. I can't remember what it's called. And I did it in one take with my little rod. I stuck it through and got the keys. And they're like, "You're going to have to do that again because you've done it in one take." And it's like, it doesn't look very good for the police.
Were you playing with your little rod in public in front of the police?
In Windsor as well, opposite the Queen. Harry and Wills were obviously watching. I waved, But I looked. I was skinhead, leather jacket. It was like the start of my leather career, I think. In that. So, boys, you've got a lot going on at the moment. Let's start with you, Brendan, if we can. Now we know there's a roadmap coming out of lockdown. So I'm guessing, as someone who's responsible for Club F.O.D's physical events, there's a lot of planning for you at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. We're trying to kind of obviously plan ahead to the different. Obviously, the last Saturday of the month has always been our main F.O.D nights, and that's going to stay. That's going to be different theme nights. So it's agreeing on those ones. We obviously need to have a chat with with Mark and the Black Grave about how that's going to work, what we're going to do. We're also talking about obviously we're still going to be doing kind of radio F.O.D, so how that's going to work on a Friday and Saturday night, and what time we don't want it to kind of go back to autopilot at 8 o'clock. So we're just trying to think of ways that we can kind of obviously the numbers are still going to be down in the Black Grave, for a while. So we just don't want anybody to be that's at home and can't get to the Black Grave. We don't want to feel them to feel left out. So we just want to kind of trying to fill in some airtime plus all the different things for the for coming out, and then coming out of lockdown, and then the start of our big nights. Can't wait. Can you imagine going to pubs and not having to wear a mask, going to the toilet? How novel is that?
What's a pub?
That won't be till June. Will it? Now, obviously, you mentioned the venues will probably be similar to what we had them in between lockdowns, I suppose.
Yeah.
What you're saying. So I guess the first night back, and I can say this because I was a CEO, so I do know what you're going to say. There's a bit of celebration here because the first night back could be somebody's birthday. Is that right?
I think it could be Club F.O.D's birthday.
Second birthday. So we hope the roadmap stays the same. Obviously, we got our first birthday in lockdown, and the second lockdown. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
It's also Adam Godley's birthday that weekend as well. I know that because I see the messages going through to the pub. So
Yeah, well, it's going to be good to just kind of get back in and do what we started off to do with like safe space in the Blagrave, and still keep everything else going and juggling, because it's still a bit bizarre when you think about it. When we started off Club F.O.D like 2 years ago, and our aim was one monthly LGBT plus night at the Blagrave, and then in the mini lockdown we went to weekly, and that was, we had all the online stuff going on as well. So it's like keeping everything going, all the balls juggling in the air sort of thing, and kind of get back to some sort of normality and the amazing nights that we did have in the Blagrave.
So we're still going to have the theme nights, is that right?
Yeah, at the last Saturday of the month, as we used to say, and then there'll be every other kind of like the other Saturdays. It'll be what we used to call F.O.D night, but we're going to probably call SaturGAY now. Kind of that they'll be like a bit more kind of toned down a bit, as opposed to the big dress as crazy as you want.
Because I think what I've seen on the roadmap, Brendan, is that up until June, when it's like release day, it's like everyone being chucked out of prison on the same day. You still have to sit down to order, to drink, to eat, wear a mask to go to the toilet, and all that sort of thing. So how's that going to work?
I would imagine that, to be honest, until things are really kind of out of lockdown, I think everybody that goes there is going to feel safer if those, if it's kept like that. You don't want to go in to a pub and see like suddenly, 20, a minute after midnight, everybody's not wearing masks and they're all walking around and they're all hugging. I don't think anybody's going to feel safe in that. So I think it's better off that, even if it's not legal or whatever, it's better for us to take things easy, take things slowly, don't go mental. I think everybody would appreciate that.
So do you want to give us a snippet of gossip? I know you probably haven't even got the gossip, but we're going to ask anyway because we've got a live audience. So the 22nd is our first night back, hopefully, at the Blagrave. Also happens to be our second birthday. Also happens to be Eurovision that day. So it's a very gay day in the better times. What do you think you can expect from the first Club F.O.D night back? Or what do you hope to happen?
I'm just reading it now.
Someone's doing homework.
Yeah, but
I think it'd be a session, wouldn't it?
What does that mean? A session?
Yeah, because Jamie doesn't drink, remember?
Not very often now.
I'll be there with my bucket anyway.
Yeah, like things still have to be finalised for that's the 22nd, and we have to like finalise that with Mark and Mark about what
Martin
what they want
says
and
hi,
that.
Buttes. Martin Cooper, hello, Martin. Just so you know, Bod Uncle's wave. Oh no, I got to get in shot.
We have to figure out where the camera is.
Yeah. I know, because
so
when you're on, it makes us all slimmer.
We're so used to radio.
So,
Thanks.
Brendan, have we got a theme for the 22nd as of yet? Have you thought about something for that yet?
I have.
Oh,
But
could you do a breaking news?
I can't because you didn't have it on your list, Jamie. All you said was going to be the first night back.
I gave you a year of events. That was the same as last year, or the year before last.
And on the 22nd of May, first night back. And then you spoke about something, but you didn't actually have any suggestion for a theme? The theme was going to be the 29th, which is going to be the May Gay flight. F.O.D. You didn't actually put anything for the 22nd as a theme.
Breaking
I'm
news.
not here for the
Breaking news.
29th, just so you know.
Look at your messages. Look at your message on WhatsApp.
Jamie, have you got any breaking news for the 22nd?
No. I'm going on camping in Bude on the 29th on the last Saturday of the month, so I'll miss it. But I'll be there for the birthday and then off. Martin, you mentioned something very interesting there, which is great because it's what I asked you to talk about. You mentioned buckets. Now, we're not talking about Jamie hasn't drunk for a year, so he's going to need a bucket to throw up in after he's had a drink. What's a bucket about, Martin?
That's where I raise funds for Club F.O.D by going round to these lovely people and saying, you got any spare change? And I've also got a card machine as well. So
Yeah,
you don't get away.
Yeah, no excuses this time. When we started off, we didn't have a card machine. So we do have contactless, so we're all COVID
Covered all areas. Plus, you can always go online and make a donation as well at www.SaturGAY.co.uk.
Oh, you can.
And click on
Sophie's
donate.
doing the pointing. Oh, no. I'm pointing. I don't know why. There's nothing above me apart from this air vent, as you can see. So Sophie's pointing. Well, we've got a video. We're going to show that at the end before you go. But for those people at home who have spotted that Sophie was pointing, I'm trying to reach, but the pod uncles are in the way. The Fund of Diversity currently for March stands at £35. We want to try and get that higher. Did we point them out the way? Where have they gone?
I don't know. Was it me? You've got. Well, when Mano says that you now know how to use the buttons, maybe he spoke too early. Have they dropped off?
Oh, here they come. Let's get them back in. There we go.
There we go.
By Mod
Yeah. You could have just said, go away.
Well, you didn't click anything. It was you. Sophie was pointing. So the Fund of Diversity at the moment does stand at £35. Obviously, as a charity, we are trying to raise money for local projects, charities and causes. We need your suggestions, and we'll find out about those a little bit later. But Martin, how has fundraising, because that's your responsibility, I guess, at Club F.O.D, how has fundraising been since lockdown? What are the challenges you've had to face?
It's been hard. It's been pretty hard to do, but we have had some really generous people making donations, which is really, really appreciated. But it has been really difficult to raise funds. But please, if you can afford, just £5 or something, please do donate. It does go to a good cause, which we need people to nominate somebody for us to give grants to help these people out that help the LGBT plus community. We do need your recommendations for what we do with the money, the funds we've raised.
Yeah, like Club F.O.D has changed a bit in the fact that when we started off, we used to raise money and we used to give it to charities, but now we're a charity ourselves, and we want our community to come up with suggestions. We're there for ye, and that's what we want. We want to include ye in any decision making about where our grants go to.
So get your thinking caps on, peoples.
Yeah.
Yes, and before
And
you go, boys,
do what we say in the ad.
the ad's coming. Don't worry, we've got it all planned. Now, before we go to the ad, can you tell me, because we've not really made a big fanfare about your radio show. We did it discreetly to find out if it worked, first of all. But we asked you to do so, and you've run with it. So tell us about your what you're doing on the radio.
Well, at the moment, it's basically just a wide mix of music from the 80s, 90s, noughties, some new stuff, a lot of remixes and things like that. Obviously, we're on from 6 until 8 on a Friday.
That's the Wakes World warm-up act, 6 to 8 Friday night on Club Radio F.O.D.
Yeah, and then we're on again from 5 o'clock on Saturday. For 3 hours again. The warm-up show for this show for Jamie and Sophie and SaturGAY. Joe, what? It's a bit weird. Again, it's a new skill. If you like that we've added, after we all did all the videos and we went, from the start of the videos and then we went on to green screen. Now we're doing kind of radio DJs,
yeah.
which sounds a bit ridiculous.
Our show might change a little bit next week.
Yeah, we are going to try. Obviously, there is a lot of work in putting like 5 hours of radio together, like kind of the playlists. We'll probably start on the playlist for Friday and Saturdays. Like, we do that kind of days ahead. But we do want to try and introduce some sort of chat. Now, whether that's just chat between ourselves on something that we just feel that we want to talk about, or whether we invite people in on calls, which I'm still not sure how we do. But that's the plan, to kind of not have all music. But there is going to be still a lot of music, because I do believe a lot of people listen to radio for music, not
us two.
Not Mutt and Jeff chatting in the background,
So it's like listening to Hinge and Bracket a little bit, but I have to say, and I listen to it when I can. Both of you have a very good radio voice. Face not maybe great for television, but your voice is amazing for radio. But I say that with love. But no, I've got to say, Brendan, I never expected you to just be like, Desert Island Disc. It sounds a little bit like that man who used to do that before, whoever does it now, who's a woman, so not the same person, obviously. So I think that is, is amazing. So how have you found because you have done live shows. Well, you did a live show for Christmas for Club F.O.D, and you've done recording the videos in the past. How have you found the change going to radio? Is it easier? Is it harder? Is there more preparation, for example?
It's easier.
I think it's easier, yeah.
Because, like you said, we get the playlist done like midweek. So I get like Friday, Saturday's playlists done midweek, and then we haven't got to worry about that until like the Friday or Saturday when we actually go live.
I think one thing that really helped us out as well, and to make it so much easier, because obviously, like, we're promoting kind of like Wake's World, SaturGAY, Gary's show. We've been doing it for Rachel, but like, obviously, we want to promote the Fun of Diversity. There's a lot of like little snippets that you kind of like need to include within the show as well, just to make sure that everybody's included. And we actually found that like pre-recording those bits, because you want to do them, and obviously like you have the time you start, each hour it tells you how much you're overrun, underrun. Getting those ones in, because then they just kind of play automatically then. So all we need to do is introduce the music.
Indeed.
So yeah.
Make life easier for ourselves.
Yeah, it made it so much easier than having to keep on doing new announcements with exactly the same thing 2 or 3 times,
And finally, with that in mind, what sort of music can people expect on your radio show, Brendan and Martin? Or F.O.D uncles?
Oh, everything. Every genre.
Yeah.
Every genre. 80s, 90s, some old school disco, some 80s, 90s, 2000s, new stuff.
Yeah.
And if people have got our WhatsApp or Messenger numbers, they can also message in for requests.
Yeah,
like Charlie did tonight.
And we didn't actually have that song that he wanted, so then we had to go on to like iTunes and download it and then convert it to the right format and then include it. But it all went really smoothly. Yeah. We have been downloading he's been downloading an awful lot. Yes.
I had that on the first radio show, because obviously I don't do the radio, but I did the first one. When Martin, you kept sending requests through, I'm like, what the hell's this song? I've never heard of this. And then obviously you hear them and you think, I've heard that before. So I know the struggle. Now, before you go, would you like to introduce a certain video that tells us about how people can support or how they can make suggestions?
Yeah.
Oh, these two again.
Yeah. It's there's a little fun thing here from the F.O.D uncles. Enjoy.
And it comes from the heart.
Thank you, F.O.D uncles. We'll see you soon. Here we go. Here are the F.O.D uncles with their video.
What do you reckon the theme's going to be when the pubs reopen?
I think we've got a bit of time to talk about that. In the meantime, We need to talk to these good people.
Oh, sorry. Hello, we are the F.O.D Uncles from Club F.O.D. We are an LGBT plus charity based in Reading.
As a charity, we raise funds and periodically give grants to groups who support our charity's aims. As a charity, we want our community to come up with suggestions as to who our grants go to, and at the moment we have funds which are available to issue as grants.
As part of our community, do you know of any individual, group, business, organisation or company that actively support the LGBT plus community that you feel could benefit from our support?
Please have a think about this and contact us. We really do want you to get in touch, so please email us at
funds@f-o.d.co.uk. That is funds@f-o.d.co.uk, all lowercase, and give us a brief reason why you feel Club F.O.D could help.
and also please include contact details for your nomination.
Thank you in advance.
Martin.
Brendan.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I shouldn't laugh, but I always do.
That video is brilliant. Absolutely love that video. It was so lovely hearing them talk about everything. Their show is amazing. I was listening to it today from 5 o'clock, and one thing I love about, apart from all the music and everything that they play, is that there's something wonderful about the first track that they play for every show that they do. I'm not going to give it away. You're going to have to tune in and see if you can figure it out itself. But there's something really wonderful about that first, whether it's at 6 o'clock on the Friday or 5 o'clock on the Saturday. And then the rest of the music that they play is just absolutely brilliant. And every so often I'm just kind of like, oh my goodness, I haven't heard that one for such a long time. And one thing that really made me laugh earlier today was that Martin went... here's a nice oldie one for you, and then Brendan went, yeah, but I can remember that first time round. I was like, yep, yeah, okay, I can remember that first time round as well. Fabulous shows for fabulous shows for warming you all up for our show. So thank you so much to both of them and all the wonderful work that they do. It's fantastic.
And of course to Gary as well, who does the Gary's
on Oral Pleasure on a Thursday from 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock, playing songs from the kind of things that you would generally tend to hear if you went to kind of the GAY in London. Lots of stories about times that they've been there and different things that they've seen and stuff that's kind of been happened and what have you. It's a really entertaining show. So that's another one. And the interesting thing as well is that I know that it was kind of like an aspiration of yours to begin with. Yes, that's the joke, as in oral for us.
I had to look at that going, have I missed something?
Like, yes, that's the little joke in the title. But have you noticed though? I mean, it was kind of like what started off as being that kind of like, as you were saying, that once a month kind of event. And then it became sort of like the Saturday quiz, and then how we've kind of kept it up with the different kind of shows. And then we've got, I know you're going to go through the schedule, but just kind of like think of all the things that we're doing. We've got Monday, we've got the F.O.D quiz. We've now got the wonderful the Lady Off show on a Tuesday. Every other week you've got the weekly worth on a Wednesday. You've got Gary's show on a Thursday. You've got the F.O.D Uncles on a Friday, and you've got us for Wake's World. We've got the F.O.D uncles and us on a Saturday, and that's pretty much like 6 out of 7 days. There's something going on that we're kind of like pushing out for you, for our community. So it's just something pretty much like every single day, which I know was kind of like a little aspiration that you wanted, and we're you know, just kind of just take a moment to kind of like take all that in. It's just absolutely fantastic that there's you know,
I might have to start us on a Sunday to fill it in now, but
no, well, we're allowed to. The Sunday is the day of hangover. we're allowed not to do anything there. So isn't that wonderful? Isn't that amazing? We've got something for you for pretty much every single day. You know, I know there's a couple of shows over the week, but that's just, you know, we just got to give kind of time for thing, and that's just like most weeks we've got pretty much loads of stuff going on all the time, and we've got the virtual party on the Friday, and there's one tonight as well. All the connection details are there in the event on Facebook,
including how to donate as well.
Including how to donate, and you know, so there's all those kind of different things and it's just absolutely fantastic, and it's so great that so many of you are kind of participating, that you're kind of also donating, so that's really, really kind. Thank you very, very much, and it's just absolute pleasure. So yeah, I just think that's just incredible with everything that everyone's doing.
Do you know what I was doing today? I think I messaged you, Sophie, because while I was doing it, because I needed an interpretation of something. I've had to write something. I sound so common today, I don't know why. I had to write something about Club F.O.D. I've been asked to write something for some. I can't go into details as just yet, but it will all make clear very soon. And I had to talk about how it started. And I look back and I think, do you know what? From something that was actually a pipe dream. I think Brendan was there the night the idea was born. I was at a debate. I had to go and do something to support you, actually, about how people is the LGBT scene community inclusive. And I got very emotional because I had to sit and talk about how I felt after Selwyn passed away, and had to start my life again going on the community, and how horrible it was, how hard it was if you don't know anyone. And I sat there after I knew Brendan. I met a few people in the Blargrave, and I thought, you know what, I'm sitting there moaning about this, like everyone. We've got no gay bar. I thought, sod it, we'll do something about it, and that's how Club F.O.D was born. And I wrote people in, and so I was writing about, you know, just how it started. You know, it was a monthly night. We didn't want to. We actually was never meant to be at the Blargrave. To be perfectly honest, it was meant to be somewhere else. But we were asked to do the launch night, and then it's stuck at the Blargrave, and I think it's done really well there. And it's nice working with Mark and Mark. I certainly know Mark for over 20 years now, which is quite weird. I was younger and prettier.
Other marks are available with Mark.
There's quite a few. But seeing how that has changed what we do, and then obviously during lockdown we got registered as a charity, and then, you know, we started off just raising money for other charities, and then now we've got we actually do our own services now as well. And I'd like to, if you would just, there's a word, can't find it, let me just say this for a little bit, and just talk about, every time we do something now, we're going to talk about one of our services. So I'm just going to bring this up on the screen. It's just an overlay, me and Sophie just hidden behind it, so don't worry. We'll both pick a letter of a word, we'll hide behind that, it'll be nice and easy. But here we go, these are our services. So look, we've got Club F.O.D at the Blargrave, Club F.O.D at home, which includes Radio F.O.D and F.O.D TV. We've got Club F.O.D in the community, which is our camping weekends, our gardening group, our book club, etc. We've got a befriending service starting, and that's what I'm going to touch on in a moment, and why we're desperately raising money. We've got a youth club coming, which comes from the Sal Jones Memorial Fund to cover. And then, of course, we've got our funded diversity, which you hear us talk about every week. So today, I'm just going to mention about the befriending service, because we're almost there to go live. We still need to raise some money for it. It's going to cost us about £35 a month to run the phone lines for it. So anything you can donate is obviously wonderfully welcome. So at the moment, whilst Club F.O.D aims to prevent social isolation within the LGBT plus community, our befriending service aims to reduce social isolation where it already exists. We're going to have two offerings, 2 services: T-friending, which is basically a weekly or fortnightly visit from a Club F.O.D volunteer, and e-friending, which is a weekly or fortnightly phone call from a Club F.O.D volunteer as well. The service is for those who are LGBT plus, who are over the age of 50 and are isolated and have limited social connections, and those who are LGBT plus and housebound with no age restrictions and have limited social connections as well. And of course, during the COVID pandemic, which is not going to end when the roadmap ends, the e-friending service will be available for anyone over the age of 18 who is feeling isolated and would like to hear another human voice at the end of a phone. Let me just take that off the screen 1 second. I did that I knew you were on the phone, Sophie. I was very good then. I gave you the hint there, the clue.
No, I know. It's kind of like there's a few people that would go, oh! I was just replying to a little text message.
You get a lot of messages. You're very lucky.
No,
I don't even get me mother.
Stole my thunder. You stole my thunder. You interrupted. I love that. I love that little laugh. It's the real.
Yes, it's Kenneth Williams as Ian May.
Boise as well. I think somebody else pointed that out before. It's a bit of Kenneth Williams and Boise. So no, sorry, I was just
the combination of the two. But no, I think every time we're here, we're going to talk about one.
Just 1 second, because some people will go, "Oh, I was sorry. I was just replying to a message from my." Did it again? Excuse me.
My beer's gone everywhere.
No, that's fine. Yeah. I was just sorry. I was just saying I was replying to a message from my daughter. That's all I was saying.
How's she doing? Is she all right?
Yes, very fine.
It was daughter that did uni, wasn't it?
Yes, they're back at university.
Back already?
Back.
They haven't stopped, have they?
Well, no, they went back. They were there, so this was the same as every other, because it's all part of education. So that was their first kind of full week back. They had to go back the week before and make sure. But yeah, so I was just sorry. I was just.
Yeah. I find it very interesting how students do that. But...
Yes. What? Go back to school?
Well, no, because you know how I'd be doing the distance learning, so I'm just so used to it. And then obviously some of the students I'm doing the course with are actually in a physical campus. And I was doing the lecture earlier, and I was like, there were people talking about being back on a campus. I'm like, I couldn't fathom it out. It just couldn't compute.
Well, there are certain things, you know, that don't really work across distance than lecturing. It's not all about kind of theory. So if it's stuff like arts and theatre and stuff, then that's kind of quite different. If it's dance, you can't really do like a Zoom dance kind of party.
Unless you're Kate Bush.
I did. Unless you're Kate Bush. Although I did hear a really funny joke, which I'll have to wait and see whether I can actually tell my daughter that, because I'm not sure she'll kind of see the true funny side of it. So yes, so well, if she had done ballet at university, maybe she would have got a 2-2.
Now I know what all that means because I didn't have a clue. Only because I got a first my last assessment, and I was so peed off that it was like 70%, and everyone was like, "No, that's really good," and I'm like, and I was so upset because it wasn't 100.
Never mind. So that's really cool. So yeah, no, everything's all cool over there. So that's really, really nice. What have you? A Zoom dance party or a silent disco would be amazing. Well, we do pipe in the Radio F.O.D 2-hour Zoom party, and if you want to be that, excuse me, that took me.
It wasn't me. It was her. Okay.
Yes. Other rudeness is available. You're more than welcome to dance. I mean, we could have a bit of a dance thing. That would be fantastic.
But not so, because she's been shopping today, so she's quite tired.
No, I've not got the energy to go any of that there kind of dancing malarkey.
Although when we return to the Blargrave and I'm DJing, it will be like a silent disco because I'm DJing as a deaf man. So, and then people say, you need to turn it up. It's like,
yes.
And I think it's loud. So, but no, I was quite pleased. I think every week I want us to sort of talk about as a charity one of the services, because actually when you think about, and as I was writing it, and I realised how much we actually now do ourselves.
Yes.
It's, from a pipe dream to something very different. And I know that's how a lot of things have developed. I remember Reading Pride at the beginning developing. Excuse me, I'm trying not to burp. Because, I can't do a Sophie.
Apparently, welcome to the Burp Show. Today's special theme is burpy burp, and we shall do more burps for the Burp Show. So more burps, other burps.
It could be my only form of impression.
I think so. I think even then you probably get the burp wrong.
I'm like, oh yeah, that was Harry Hill's burp. But yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. Jamie's burp doesn't kind of work and what have you.
I used to have to burp to music when I was younger. I can still do another hole out to music, but EastEnders that way. I could do. I used to be able to do the EastEnders tune.
Okay, amazing.
And a bit more than that. Depends what I'm
But also, I know we've also got to thank. There's loads of kind of like volunteers as well. Of kind of like behind the scenes. There, it's not just the kind of the faces or the voices that you see and that you hear. I mean, there's kind of there's a whole kind of cohort of other people. And if you want to be a volunteer, if you want to get involved, then please do email us at volunteers@f-o-d.co.uk. And we will be back in touch with you if you want to get involved in the radio, if you want to get involved in one of the shows and all the different things that because we also, one of the services that we do is that we kind of help with the kind of the platform to do a show that Support You have done with their kind of sofa talks, and they've got a few more kind of lined up as well. That's something to.
She's got the year booked out. She's done very well.
There was such. It was so good to see. Kind of great to see all the kind of schedule. So if you want to get involved in the show, I know Charlie's got an idea of some things, and we're kind of looking forward to seeing those in my inbox, so we can include those when I'm driving. So no pressure there, Charlie, but there we go. So hopefully we can get all those kind of lined up as well.
Yes, because at the end of the day, Club F.O.D is nothing without you. Whether that's commenting or chatting during a show, getting involved in our physical nights, listening to the radio, sharing everything. If you do want to volunteer, the other way you get involved is go to our new website. Which
we have a new website.
Yes.
My goodness! Tell us about the new. Yes. Tell us about the new website.
I spent months building it. But if you go to clubfod.org.uk, it's our charity website, and there is a page there to register volunteering and also suggest how we can use the Fund of Diversity money. Obviously, we've got a bit more than £35 to give away, but obviously we want to top that up at some point. Shall we talk about what's coming up over the next week, Sophie?
Yes, that would be amazing. What's coming up for the next week, Jamie?
Half the script isn't on the page anymore, so I should be blagging this as I go along, but here we go.
Okay.
This is what's coming up over the next 7 days. 6, 5, you get the drift. Here we go. So on Monday, the F.O.D quiz night returns. It's part of a Zoom room, but you can access it by going to the event on our Facebook page, facebook.com/ and he said something slightly sounded like com there, didn't sound right, / Club F.O.D. Or send us a message. I can send you the Zoom link as well. On Tuesday, Rachel starts her Lady Loft. It's on alternative weeks on Radio F.O.D. That was Sophie clapping, or was it me? I don't know. My bum cheeks are very tight on this IKEA chair, so it could be anything. On Wednesday, I have had it confirmed the weekly with his returning, having a few breaks. It does take a lot of effort for people to do something every week, and the weekly we've gone to an alternate week pattern. You can watch them on Club F.O.D's F.O.D TV page, or on YouTube, or wherever you're watching right now, to be perfectly honest. The weekly web is hosted by Pap Sale and Thumper, and they are looking at different aspects of the kink and fetish scene. Very educational. It's not as silly as it sounds, but obviously we do say that parental guidance is suggested or advised. Thursday, Gary's Oral Pleasure starts at 7 p.m. Friday at 6 p.m. the F.O.D Uncles on Radio F.O.D. Same with Gary's Oral Pleasure. I'll be back with Wake's World at 8 p.m. on F.O.D TV. And then that's followed by the SaturGAY virtual party, which is a Zoom room. You can pop in whenever you like. It opens at 9 and it goes on all night. Looking at messages this morning, it finishes quite late sometimes. And on Saturday, the F.O.D Uncles are back on Radio F.O.D at 5 p.m. with their show. Myself and Sophie, 8 p.m. Sophie's driving next week. And then the SaturGAY virtual party returns at 9 o'clock. Remember, we need you to be part of these lockdown listings as well. So if you've got an idea, a concept, or something you want to try out, whether it's on the radio or on the television, you don't need experience or technical know-how. We're going to help you do that because we want LGBT plus live streamed or pre-recorded content to make sure people at home do not feel locked out during lockdown. I know we're on a roadmap out of it, but you know, we're here for the rest of the year because we're queer all year. Other sexuality and gender identities are available. Let me take that off the screen. Just get in touch if you do want to get involved.
Brilliant. And next week, as you said, next week I'm driving, which means it's the return of the quiz. The return of the quiz is going to be there. The longest quiz in the world. And as Charlie will say, are you making it up as you go along? I will be making it up as I go along. So we're going to try and break the world record for the longest quiz on a Saturday night. No, just joking aside. It's always lots of fun. I've got 2 volunteers in mind, and we kind of loosely had conversations about it before. So fingers crossed, I shall be kind of coming up with something really, really cool to have. Hopefully, fingers crossed, 2 people in the same profession. Having a little kind of face off. It won't be anything to do with their profession, but it will still be a little bit of fun. If you want to be involved as a contestant in one of Sophie's game show segments, then please do kind of send us a message. It's very easy to connect in, as you saw, with Rachel and with the F.O.D Uncles today. We can bring you into the studio kind of virtually, and we can have lots and lots of fun. I do try to have a different I should try not to have a microwave curry just before coming onto the show.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's probably half of the problem. Yeah, because I couldn't find the pilau rice, so I ended up having to have egg fried rice. Chicken tikka masala with egg fried rice. It's not the best mix in the world, but there we go. Other Chinese and Indian food is available. If you want to be part of the game show segment, then please do let us know. If you've got an idea for a game, then especially if it's kind of like a board game based, I've bought a couple of things over the last kind of month or so, and so I haven't got a chance to use them. And I've got games, like board games based off of TV shows, and I'm toying with ordering another one. So there's some really kind of great stuff quizzes and stuff that I enjoy on the television. So if you want to, I've got two people in mind for next Saturday's show. So hopefully we can have lots of fun and what have you. I always try and do it in such a way that everybody that's watching can. I've just seen Helen's comment on the side. Yes, that's one of the things that I'm looking to see about purchasing, because it comes with anyway, I'll maybe talk about that we can discuss that, hopefully, fingers crossed, in the Cards Against Humanity. I don't think that would really work. Who will be second?
I do have a gay version of that, to be fair.
Who will be second in the quiz? Well, I don't think Teach was even second this time. I think Teach was kind of got down to about 3rd or 6th or something. I haven't seen a message from Teach, so I hope that they're watching anyway, and I'm sure we'll see them in the virtual party. Yes. So there's lots of different things. I think there's lots of great games. So yeah, let us know, and I'll try. I prefer the kind of like the physical games. But we'll try and figure out how we can do this. So I'm looking forward to that.
And I will come back with games for someone. What we're trying to do is, when Sophie's on, she does a game, I'll do the interviews. It just gives a slightly different angle of a show to give you a bit of variety when we do that. Don't forget, if you do want to donate, volunteer, bring suggestions. You've got on the thing, you go to clubf.org.uk. Your suggestions send to funds@f-o-d.co.uk as well. There we go. Charlie says, Wheel of Misfortune.
We did
Charlie,
that.
I actually paid for that game, and it's all piped in through the system. Okay, I'm getting messages coming. I'm popular now, but because I have got earpods in, my phone's not recognising my face to open them up. But thank you if you just sent me a message. I will look at that in a little while. So, I think it is 9:15. I believe the Zoom virtual party, SaturGAY party, is open. So thank you for that. The link, if you haven't spotted it, isn't it? It'd be nice to see you. I may be turn up, I may not. I'm going to order a takeaway first because I haven't eaten, which might be why my beard's going.
I can recommend chicken tikka masala and egg fried
I don't really eat spicy food. But you remember when we went for a meal once, Oakford, and I had those. I was like, I've got to have those tobacco onions. Misread it. It was Tabasco onions, not tobacco onions, and my lips were going blue. So spicy food is strong.
No, they're called tobacco. They're called tobacco onions, not Tabasco onions. They're called tobacco onions, but they do have a little bit of a kick to them. They're really nice. I'm looking forward to when we I've been
back. Having happy times with Frosty the Snowman, because it was so spicy. It was not. I get that with salt and vinegar crisps as well, though. To be fair, and I love salt and vinegar. Those little fish and chip salt and vinegar is my favourite. But my lips go blue. It's just one of those things.
I used to love it where you get the little pack of salt that you could do on top, because I don't like salt, so I would throw it away and I could just have crisps that I could eat.
Have you made your own crisps before?
I've experimented with it in doing it in the past, but yeah,
I've never tried it.
I don't really have. I don't know. I've got like a potato peeler and cut lots of really thin slices.
You've got a mandolin. Is it a mandolin?
I've got to say, mandolin is a musical instrument. I'm not quite sure how you're going to make crisps with a musical instrument.
I know, but it's like a slicey thing. I've got some mandolin or mandarin, something like that. And I I did cut my finger open on one once. When you slice it, you get too close, you go too fast. Got a lot of energy in my right arm, obviously, to do that. But it's that's how you do
because of all. I bet you're really good at arm wrestling as well.
No. I lose interest. Just let them win. Do you know what? It is almost 9:20, so I think it's time for us to move into the party. Sophie's got to take her studio down. I've got to go and order. What shall I eat today? I don't know. Not a curry, obviously.
I was going to say, yeah. And if you want, and for those that don't know, if you want to part of the joys of going to
a salty finger.
The joys. Oh goodness me. No, I don't like. Do not like salty things.
Oh, do you not do that with the hula hoop?
No, but they do them like the barbecue flavoured ones, so I can do it with those.
If a crisp's got a flavour, not like a normal crisp, it's like a hula hoop or a what's it or Wheatos, remember them as a child, and you suck the flavour out of them, and it's like just crunch, turning into what's her name from the Drag Race. Alicia Edwards. But it's like when you suck them and then the flavour's gone. I love that. It's just other skills are available.
Other life skills are available.
Join me next week for how to suck a quaver.
Quaver. He said quaver. It said quaver. Quaver. Oh, that's brilliant. Yes, no. One of the added bits of excitement, obviously, if you come into the virtual party at the start of it, which is available, you can go onto Club F.O.D, look at the events, and so there's the link is there. You can watch you can watch me take the green screen down and everything else. The excitement, the wonderful things we do in the virtual party.
And we
have been known, once we've got a little bit drunk, we have been known to be playing blankety blank until goodness knows what time in the morning, which is always quite fun. But we're not going to do that today. We'll probably try and figure out something else which is going to be fun to do.
Dancing, apparently.
Dancing, yes, it's a dance party. We're going to go. What was the Doug? Was it Dougie party? With a Dougie dance party. Doug.
Oh.
No, not Doggy. No, it's my 3-year-old.
That's another Zoom room. That's on a Wednesday.
Yes, I was going to say it was a 3-year-old party. Behave yourself now. Right, wonderful.
Yes.
Amazing.
I had to ask,
So
right.
look, we can even make it last up until nearly past without me doing a really big long quiz.
We had the F.O.D uncles on. That's what it was. Really
But
long
it
time.
was so great to see them in the room. Absolutely brilliant to see them in the room. And their show is amazing. Gary's show is amazing. I'm really looking forward to Rachel's show. Rachel's brand new, the Lady Loft show at Tuesday from 8 o'clock. Playing you some of the absolutely fat. I'm just so looking forward to that. We've got the quiz. I'm always excited for the quiz. I might be a few minutes late for the quiz because there's another meeting that I'm going to be going to beforehand, which is a different meeting.
I will be late for it as well because I've got EastEnders. I've not. That's my new thing. Oh, I'm going to be late. I've got Emmerdale. Oh, I haven't seen that for a long time. I've got no idea what's happening.
Do you know, I haven't either. I've got no idea what's going on at the moment. I've not seen it for about, 30 years because it's rubbish. Why are people still watching that rubbish?
Because I'm getting addicted to other things at the moment and it's that good. I'm missing it.
It shows you how long ago it's been since I had to endure those type of things. It's kind of like, is Crossroads still going? Is that a thing? Or is that...
It came back.
Oh, did it? Oh, goodness me.
I didn't get the audition for that, but there we go. Can't see me as a Benny.
The only soap that I'm a fan of is the stuff that makes you clean when you're in the shower and what have you. But
other cleaning products are available. Get skin like me. Bleach. It's lovely. Obviously, I'm not Donald Trump. Don't listen to me. And do that. So it's 22 minutes past, so let's start wrapping this up. Let us just say this. Keep being fabulous.
Oh, sorry, stop. I'm going to interrupt you. And I was reminded because of it was Brendan and Martin was saying, can we just say a quick kind of shout out? I don't know if they're watching, but if they watch on catch up. Happy birthday, Gloria. I hope you've had an absolutely fantastic and wonderful day. Thank you for everything that you do for Club F.O.D behind the scenes as one of the volunteers and on the committee as well. So thank you so very much and happy birthday to you.
He's younger than both of us, but so we're not jealous at all.
I think most people are pretty. The fact that we managed to get our vaccines kind of relatively so early is a
I got conditions.
a strong indicator of how old we really are. Because everyone's like, "But I've not got mine for months." It's like, yeah,
you speak for yourself. I'm as ill. I've got many illnesses. You can pick one, and I'll have it.
Well, you are younger than me, anyhow. So
I know. It took us a year to. Well, you told me for a year, and I just didn't listen for a year.
So you never remember, and it's fine. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, people, friends
Jamie.
at home. Remember this. Keep being fabulous. Keep being unique. Keep being especially who you are because you are loved, not just by us, but by everyone around you. We are coming out of the roadmap slowly but surely, so let's work together to make sure that we do come out the other side in one piece. Remember, spread the love, don't spread the germs. And myself and Sophie, am I pointing in the right direction? Yes. We'll see you very, very soon. Some of you will see you in the virtual party, which we're late, but we're fashionably late anyway. Don't lick my ears. The AirPods are already busted. More spit on them will be so we'll say good night, God bless, and we will see you very, very soon. Good night. God bless.